Welcome, Egg Foo. What? The first and only podcast about people eating stuff. I'm Mike Lisk.
Hello, everybody. Welcome again to another episode of Egg Foo. What? I'm Greg Wilson. Young Michael, how are we doing this week?
Yeah, just wonderful. Everything is wonderful.
Good boy.
It's a wonderful.
The pills are kicking in finally.
I think I may have to get pills. I think I
You
have
should
some
get
pills. I'm gonna check out those pills.
Don't take this the wrong way.
Uh-huh.
But until I started spending some time every week with you, I thought my friends thought I was the Mike Lisk of our
Really? Okay.
relationship. But then with you, you're the Mike Lisk.
Yeah, I'm the Mike Lisk. I mean, there's no denying that.
But yeah, I think to my other friends, I'm the Mike Lisk.
Yeah.
But when it comes to you, I'm a ray of sunshine.
You are. Why do you think I started this thing?
Because I'm a ray of sunshine.
I'm a drowning man.
That's what
I'm reaching out. I'm a drowning man.
That's what my contract
reaching out
says.
every week for some sustenance.
Well, I
rescue.
My contract says because I'm awesome.
Yeah, that too.
You're awesome too, buddy.
That too, yeah.
You dragged me out of
it. We reached the backslapping portion of this program.
I mean, you went fishing for the compliment. Now I'm giving it to you.
I think this show is too new for patting ourselves on the back constantly.
I don't think so.
No.
I think we're at the right spot. We've been doing this almost a year. Enough people give a shit and more than enough don't. I think this is the perfect time.
All right.
Yeah.
What's happening in the world of Greg Wilson?
Well, I'll tell you what's not happening is me being happy about my lunch today. And yeah, we're going to get this out of the way.
Yeah, we can do that.
Sweet.
Yeah, we won't dilly-dally.
Yeah. I thought it was a joke when I got it. Because the last couple of weeks, I've been remarking, gee, aren't we lucky this isn't the usual just pile of garbage we get every time. And I'm looking at this picture you sent. It kind of looks like what mine looked like, but mine looked like everything was chopped up a quarter the size of those pieces. It looked like a fucking ashtray from the 70s, just stuffed to the gills with little bits of crap. It was
bits of what?
Crap, just total garbage.
Oh wow!
And I went with a couple of people at work, and I'm embarrassed. So then I had to pull some fucking. Oh gee, I had one of the cookies downstairs earlier. I'm not feeling good. I had to pull some fucking. Talk about the Oscars. I had to put on some performance so that in front of me these people saw a huge plate of food go uneaten. Terrible.
Now
you this thing showed up in front of my face, and I literally cursed you. I said, "Okay, he's just fucking with me."
Now let's. You haven't named the dish yet. I'm assuming you got the Hunan chicken.
I got the Hunan chicken. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've had enough chicken lately, so I went the shrimp route. I got the Hunan shrimp, and let me just confirm this.
Yeah, you know what?
The Hunan shrimp was a spicy dish.
Yeah.
Right. Actually. Yeah, at my place, all three Hunan chicken, beef. Some reason no pork. I guess pork is resistant to the and Hunan. I've determined from what I ate is the sauce. I believe. I think the sauce is what gives it its name.
Yeah, that was my next question.
Okay.
What's the Hunan part? This looks like. Boy, I should have done a better job of cataloging these dishes with pictures. Because if we could start matching,
what's wrong with your phone? Are you don't have enough memory? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't have enough. I
don't have a photo.
I don't have enough minutes. What year are we? I used to take one every week. Then I don't know. You didn't do it, so I probably fell off a little. Fuck it, he doesn't do it.
I didn't do it. I think I've done it every week.
You always have a picture from the internet.
Well. Yeah, but then I post on social media the next day.
That's like me going and telling everybody I had sex with a woman and then showing them an adult film online. Come on, Mike.
No, the next day when I post on Twitter, I post on Instagram, I post my photo, the
Okay.
real deal.
All right.
So people will see it
I don't know.
in time.
Well, plus,
Here's gonna
when
be
I'm with people like from work at lunch, I feel weird pulling out my phone and taking a picture.
no, I get it. I mean,
Especially,
that's an
especially in this
embarrassing
case
thing.
when it would have been a case of I take a picture and then I don't touch it.
No, listen, that explanation, I'm with you on that.
Thanks, buddy.
If it spares you the embarrassment of doing that in public,
Yes.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I do mine in private. I don't do it in
Yeah.
public, so it's two different things.
Yeah.
I understand. Okay. But here's a shocker. So I get the Hunan shrimp. I get it from the
hold on. Can I say something real quick to
Yeah.
your point? Sorry, I just didn't want to forget. You're 100% right. I don't know why I didn't get pork. I don't know why I went for chicken. Because I was just bitching the other week about the chicken at these places, and then without thinking, I just said Hunan chicken. I should have gotten pork, or damn it.
Well, pork wasn't available at mine for some reason. You know,
Oh,
so I don't
wasn't
know
available at all, or for spicy.
no, there was
at
no
all?
Hunan. There was no Hunan pork on my menu.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, there was Hunan beef, there was Hunan chicken and shrimp. No Hunan. It's a mystery. You know, that's something I should have followed up when I was there in person.
Well, yeah,
You know, like a true
you
reporter. You know, getting to the bottom of things.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, we want to
but you
understand how
didn't.
this menu works, the mysteries.
But you didn't.
I didn't know. That's
You
on me.
could have.
That's on me.
Could
You hear
have,
that? You
but
hear
you
that?
didn't.
You hear that? That's on me.
Could have saved a
You
lot of
hear that?
lives over the years.
You hear that?
It's on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called being an adult.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I
wait
went
a
to
minute. The place I got it from doesn't have pork either.
Yeah.
Huh. Beef, chicken, seafood combo. Well, shrimp, not seafood. Huh.
You want to follow up on this then?
By that, do you mean, do we want to wait till Jerry gives us the answer?
Well, that's true. Let's wait.
What I don't need Google anymore for you. I trust Jerry more anyway.
There you go.
I mean,
Jerry will resolve this mystery for us.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Jerry writes anything, and no matter what it is, I look at it like, man, this guy knows what he's fucking talking about.
He's on top of it.
I spend most days staring at the internet going, this is bullshit. This is probably bullshit. This is probably bullshit. Jerry writes something like my cat is opening a new hotel, and I'm like, gee, I'd like to check it out. That seems very nice.
Jerry's got a couple thousand followers, and we're still trying to get to 200.
Is that right?
On YouTube. I mean,
on YouTube.
People listen wherever they listen,
Yeah.
you know.
You know my thoughts on YouTube.
Yeah. You don't like YouTube for some reason.
Well, not for this.
So anyway, I went for the Hunan shrimp to break up the chicken monopoly I've been having for the last few weeks.
Well, preach on, brother.
And it was spicy, so I asked them to make it spicy, you know, just to confirm that they can make it a little spicy.
Yeah.
Although it wasn't particularly spicy. Here's the shocker though for you.
Oh, we're still getting to the shocker.
When I took the lid off of this thing, I thought, now that's a handsome dish.
Really?
Really, yeah. Visually,
yeah.
This dish was impressive to me. I mean, nice sized shrimp right on top, pretty much covering the whole circumference of the dish.
All right.
You know, in a nice array.
Yeah.
Lots of vegetables, lots of broccoli, pea pods, baby corn, carrots, chunks of peppers, celery. I mean, this had the whole kit caboodle of vegetables.
So you're going to keep naming vegetables.
It had them all.
Yeah.
It had them all.
Mine had everything like that except baby corn. I feel like you've mentioned baby corn a couple times.
Yeah.
And I haven't.
You're being short. They're cheating you out of the baby corn.
I don't know what that's about.
I don't get a lot of it when I get it.
Maybe because I live in a red state. Baby corn.
I only get a couple. They're not very generous with the baby corn when I get it.
Here in red states, Mike, we don't eat baby corn. We eat manly corn.
Well, I'm in a red county, if that means anything to you.
It does not.
Bruce Springsteen, who lives in the same county, lives in a red county.
Yeah.
Little known fact.
He has more money than God. He should be in a red county. Their town
Anyway.
is probably red solely because he lives there.
So then I started chowing down, and it's good. It's a good dish. No complaints. It wasn't as spicy as I thought they might have made it, which was probably a good thing because I did share this with my father, who likes shrimp. So I figured, hey, this might be one he'll eat. And of course, it was the usual torture of watching him eat bite for bite over a course of about an hour. It's like watching somebody eating in slow motion, but I have to sit there patiently, sometimes impatiently, because I'm human.
Yep.
As he eats, to make sure he eats, because if I didn't do that, he probably wouldn't eat. He wouldn't drink. It's gotten to that point, sadly. So he did eat, the shrimp he kind of liked, he said he liked it. Didn't finish the dish, but he got all the shrimp down I gave him.
Did you get pissed because he ate all the shrimp?
No, I wanted to give him more.
Did you say, hey, old man, I didn't say he'd eat all the shrimp?
No, and it was generously. The shrimp was generous. I mean,
sounds like there's a lot of shrimp. Yeah,
I got a large size. I would say there were at least 10 or 12 good sized shrimp. No, they didn't skimp on. There weren't any little scrawny shrimp in there.
Right.
So yeah, I thought it was a good dish. I'm sorry you had another nightmare. I mean, I rate this dish, in the middling, 6, 7 in there. Nothing high, not higher than a 7. And is this your worst dish now?
In China's defense, I did have 2 or 3 relatively pain-free weeks. I can't put this below chow mein. I'm sorry, what'd you give it?
I gave it, I don't want to give it a pitchfork 6.5, but
oh, look at you.
That's probably where it is. 6.
Oh, Mr. Pitchfork. Oh.
6.5.
Oh, wait, I gave something called shredded pork with garlic sauce 0.2. I can't go that low. The Four Seasons was 0.1. No wonder China is not returning my calls. Yeah, I'd put it I'd put it above chop suey, which is 3.2. Oh, this is such garbage. I'm gonna say 3.3.
3.3. Okay.
Yeah, this was fucking.
So
everything. I'll say this. This was like graduation day at Egg Foo What. This dish had everything that I bitched and moaned and complained about with this cuisine for the last year, other than shrimp. But I didn't order shrimp. It's just everything thrown in together, rubbery, little baby finger chicken, rubber chicken.
Yeah.
Thrown
baby
in with
finger.
some
I was waiting for the baby finger chicken.
Baby finger chicken. And let's spread in some goop with a big fuck you, you'll probably eat this because you're a pig.
Now, speaking of goop, I would say, like I said,
family show. My little brothers listen to this.
Like I said, I think the what makes this dish is the sauce. And my sauce was slightly reddish. Sort of a dark burgundy red color. Had a slightly different taste than the goop. It wasn't a brown sauce.
Yeah.
And it was actually like more sauce at the bottom of the dish than normal. So it was
there's always
less goopy. I guess that's the only way to put it. It was less goopy.
These dishes every week are like they're like a teen slasher flick. The lake they form a lake of goop at the bottom that I'm terrified of. Thank you, Chinese people.
Should we jump into food in the news?
I just wanted to get straight. Well, if you've noticed, I'm literally eating as we're talking about this because I'm so hungry.
What's going on? Yeah,
because I'm starving because I couldn't eat this crap. So I'm trying to shove a nutty buddy down my throat. Because unlike China, Little Debbie will never let you down. That's our T-shirt. Boom. Once ward.
What is a nutty buddy? Remind me what that is.
What's a nutty buddy?
Yeah, I don't know what a nutty buddy is.
What? Are you on? What side are you on? China or America? It's a Little Debbie, like I don't know how to describe it. It's like
I get the Little Debbie cheesecake if I get a Little Debbie
cheesecake.
Yeah, they have maybe no carrot cake, which I understand.
Carrot cake.
Yeah, you hate it, but it's got like
all the Little Debbie, the great Little Debbie cakes and pies, and you pick out the vegetables.
It's carrot cake with the icing, the cream cheese icing.
Yeah. That's what I hate worse than carrots. Cream cheese.
Well, what is a nutty buddy then?
Swiss cake roll, oatmeal cream pie. Nothing?
No.
Jesus.
I haven't had Little Debbie in a long time. I'm not near a deli anymore, and so I really don't have access to it. That's generally you see those in a deli by the counter.
Well, they finally, for decades, they were 25 cents. And my buddy Dave and I used to joke, would be like, I think they're just waiting for like whoever the old man at the very top is who controls everything. They're waiting for him to die. And lo and behold, one day, all of a sudden, boom, 50 cents. So I don't know if Mr. Little Debbie met his demise finally, but I don't know how to describe a nutty buddy. It's like a thin stack of wafers with chocolate. And dare I say it, you're going to get upset. I shouldn't say it.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. I didn't want to say it, but you pushed.
How did I not figure that out?
So,
but I did figure it out.
Sorry. Food in the news.
Food in the news. Speaking of chicken.
Food in the nude. Boom. New segment.
No, we're not doing that.
Food in the nude. Come on, Mike.
We're not doing that.
You complain that we don't have Jerry's numbers, but then you won't get naked for this.
You're not getting my shirt off in this podcast.
Come on. Jerry's laughing at us with these numbers. There. All right. Well, Gary, fans, you heard it. No naked Mike and Greg. No. Look at me for now.
I don't know if you saw this item. A man is suing Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, the kids call it B-dubs.
I've never been to one.
I haven't either, but I know people in my kid empire. Can we go to B-dubs?
Really? They rave about it?
And I'm like, get the fuck out of my face. And
hot with the kids?
The kids love it.
All right. Well, have the kids ever ordered the boneless wings?
I don't know. I don't keep track of all the food that children order at restaurants. Sorry. I don't have a spreadsheet.
Now, when you see, you've probably seen that item on a menu before, right?
Boneless wings?
Boneless wings, right?
Yeah, I'm sure we've talked about them. So why is he suing?
Well, he's saying it's a false representation of the dish, since they are not deboned wings. Which anybody who thinks boneless wings mean that they're deboned wings is a straight up idiot. I mean,
you talk about your fellow Americans there, Mike. So let's step lightly.
I mean, you think there's some guy in the back taking the bones out of the wing and somehow remolding the meat into this thing?
Plus, if we look at the wing, the actual wing itself, wouldn't the part that a bird scientist, my old job, would call the actual wing, would that have any actual meat on it? Wouldn't the wings, by definition, have no meat because they need to be light in order
the wings
to give the birds the gift of flight?
The wings
Right.
have the least amount of meat on it, and they require the most work to get that little bit of meat.
So if I was the defense attorney for B Dubs, I would say you can't sue us because it's misreputation, the meat, not enough meat or whatever. Wings never had meat in them in the first place.
Yeah.
So boom, you can't sue something that wasn't there in the first place.
Well, Buffalo Wild Wings has owned up to the fact that the
Oh, thanks,
boneless
B Dubs. You just threw me under the bus.
they've owned up to that the boneless wings are not deboned wings, but actually breast meat, sort of formed into little sort of. And here's the terminology
I
dispute
can't believe they're
into
getting
a
away with
nugget like.
saying it's breast meat.
Well,
I mean, that's the next lawsuit. B Dubs, quit promising this stuff.
Uh-huh. Well, this is what they're saying. This is their counter argument that that they're not deboned wings, that they're breast meat, sort of cut into these sort of triangles, not triangles, like rectangles, which is the argument of the guy who's got the suit. He's saying, well, why don't they just call it nuggets? So it's all down to terminology.
Yeah.
Did boneless wings, in fact, be called nuggets?
Yeah. Why are they called boneless wings anyway?
Yeah. Well, it's a goofy thing. I mean, I don't get it because I've never seen that on the menu and not think, well, those aren't real wings. That's like chicken wings for people who don't want to deal with chicken wings.
Yeah, they're for kids.
Yeah.
Now, how's this? Is this guy? Did this just start, or how's the guy doing?
Well, I think the suit was in the news. I don't know where it stands. If anything, I hope the judge just throws it out. It's kind of stupid. But it surfaced in the news this week.
Can I sue McDonald's? Because I don't think those fries are from France. Boom.
There you go.
Well,
well, if this guy makes any money, yeah, I'd get on the phone to your lawyer.
Yeah.
If this guy wins, then yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Anything goes.
Wow.
Where do you stand on regular chicken wings?
People are always surprised. I don't love chicken wings. Like, I like them fine, but it's a lot of work and mess for not a lot of food. It's like picking crabs.
Yeah.
They're fun. Like, if a bunch show up and we're watching the game and having a couple of pops, I'm happy to have them. But I'll never order them. Like, hey, for part of a meal or something, or just too messy. A lot of work.
That was pretty much my policy until like a couple years ago, and I went to a place and I'm just observing, and I saw that they were fairly meaty at this place. I'm like, oh, those look pretty good, So I tried them, and they were in fact they were excellent. I don't get the normal buffalo though.
Yeah.
I discovered teriyaki buffalo wings, and I haven't looked back.
Oh, grabbing life, Mike Lisk.
So
both hands.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a diehard buffalo wings guy.
Yeah.
But I like the teriyaki. And even my local place, they have like a night. A lot of places have like wings night. And a pitcher of beer and 8 wings for I don't know, $15, whatever the deal is.
Well, that's the thing. Like, that situation. Like, to me, it's like picking crabs. I'll come over, we'll shoot the shit and drink some beers and eat some wings. That's what they mean to me. It's like a social thing.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm not crazy about sauces. In particular, I don't like barbecue sauce.
Wow.
So, but
you don't like barbecue sauce?
I don't love barbecue sauce.
Wow.
No.
And there's so many varieties. It's like you haven't found one that you like.
I will usually pick anything over like straight up barbecue sauce. I mean, my favorite barbecue by far is Carolina style, which is vinegar based. I don't hate barbecue sauce. Like, I'm not gonna, but there's like 100 different things I'd pick before that. So some people probably see wings as kind of a carrier system for the barbecue sauce, so that doesn't hold anything from me. But I told you what my favorite wings of all time were from, which will surprise some folks. Was do you remember? Do you remember?
No.
Thanks for listening, Mike. You're the worst.
My memory's going. I'm old.
Domino's.
Oh,
For some
Domino's.
reason,
Okay, all right, yeah.
I don't even know why it occurred to me to try them. For some reason, when I was living in Mississippi back in the day, I ordered wings from Domino's, no sauce, and they were great. They were huge. They were like drumsticks, basically.
Really? Okay.
Just huge drumlets of meat, and yeah, I'd get them with no sauce, and they were great.
Okay.
Domino's.
What are they, just
Our
seasoned?
future sponsor, Domino's.
They're just seasoned? I mean, they gotta have something on them.
I forget. I'm trying to picture them. Just, I guess they were lightly breaded somehow. But yeah, it was just huge chunks of meat. I don't even know if Domino's does wings anymore. Because now, if I get Domino's, usually it's like with Waddy and his kids or whatever. We'll get the chicken tenders, and those are really good. So I don't even know if they have the wings anymore.
Anything but the pizza, right?
Mike, how are we going to get sponsors if you're shitting on the products?
I mean, come on. I draw the line,
Well,
quality.
Well, good luck to this gentleman in his pursuit of that most American of pursuits, legal action.
Must be hard. You must be hard up for pizza down there if you're hitting Domino's up.
Well, no, there's great pizza down here, actually.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, you can get great pizza everywhere now. No, I don't order Domino's. Domino's isn't my first, but usually if you're like with kids or something, that Domino's, they'll be Domino's is fine. I don't have a beef with Domino's.
That's good to know. I don't know if you saw another item in the news. Another, it's like viral videos. You think we've sort of reached the end of stupidity, right? That the culture is sort of gotten to the bottom of the barrel with these stupid viral videos. But then, one will pop up and it's more stupid than last week's.
That's how they get you.
Did you see the one with a young woman? She's all in a fuss. She just walked away from a date because her date, when they were ordering food, her date ordered a hamburger, and the waitress asked him,
"No cheese?"
Well, okay. Are you ahead of me? Do you know this story?
No.
Oh, okay.
I stare at the internet all day, every day. How have I not heard either of these stories?
I don't know how I'm seeing different stupidity than you, but somehow I am. Yeah. So that was the exact question the waitress asked this guy, who, clearly, he wasn't, he wasn't down with a cheeseburger. But when the waitress asked, he just naturally he asked, "Is it more expensive?" He was curious, right? Instead of saying,
to put cheese on it?
Yeah, to put cheese on it.
Okay.
How much are you willing to go for a slice of cheese on your burger?
Well, number one, I'm not going to ask that in front of a date.
Well, okay.
But for a piece of cheese, like how much would it, what number would he have to give me for me to be shocked by it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at it. American cheese is the only cheese for a burger.
Yeah.
$1, good, fine. $1.50, fine. Depending on the restaurant, if it gets to around $2, I'll start to notice. I'll get a little like, like we better be sitting in like a nice booth. There better not be, Rage Against the Machine blasting on the speakers or something. If I'm in a classy restaurant, and I was just in one 18 years ago, so I know what I'm talking about, then $2, anything above that, I would start to notice and get cranky. I mean, I would still get it because I'm not going to get a burger without cheese because I live on planet Earth. But I would notice. I'd say 2 is where I'd start to notice.
Okay, well, when the waitress informed this guy that it would be $3 extra,
Mhm.
he said, he declined,
Hold
which
on,
is like
hold
three
on,
dollars for a piece of
hold
cheese.
on. Now, romance has been on the show's mind for a couple of weeks. Was this their first date? Do we know, or
Yes, it was a first date.
isn't Baller 101 realizing you fucked up by even asking in front of this lady?
Uh-huh.
And then once you realize that, aren't you supposed to go, yeah, no problem. What do I care? Who cares?
Uh-huh.
$3, $6, $12,
So
$22.
so
You want to go $48? I'll do
you
96.
think you have to project a Mr. Moneybags issue,
Not money bags, but not
Mr.
losing my shit.
Moneybags
Not
persona.
losing my shit over a slice of cheese.
Well, by all accounts, this guy didn't lose his shit. He just declined.
Uh-huh.
He didn't stand up and start throwing the dishes around.
Right.
He asked a simple question. Since he didn't ask the question, he wanted a normal hamburger.
Right.
It was the waitress that
Right. But
tried to
he
upsell him.
but he started the whole you said he asked if it was more or how much it cost.
Well, he asked when she asked whether he wanted cheese.
Right. Which I think is a normal question.
Right.
But then he asked if it costs more.
Yeah.
So I don't think she was upselling. Also, can we call
$3 a
piece
slice of cheese
on a
is
burger
upselling. It's upselling, man.
I mean,
I had to upsell at some of these stadium jobs. They were trying to get me to upsell.
it's like going from a hug from a girl to like a peck on the cheek. I mean,
Uh-huh.
come on. So then what happened? So he politely declined.
So he politely declined, and then his date went to the bathroom and pretty much cornered the waitress, paid
Ooh,
the
I'm
bill, paid the
Ooh,
bill,
classic baller move.
and then left. And then she posted her enraged video as she's
Okay.
walking away from the date.
Okay. Now, see, I don't need that.
Well, that's it. And she got a lot of backlash. So she thought she was projecting this.
See, I wanted to be on her side,
Uh-huh.
but that now it just seems like you don't need to do all that. I mean, but
Right.
then again, we wouldn't be talking about it.
Yeah. Well, it worked. She got a viral video out of it, but it wasn't the reaction she was hoping for.
I mean, because on one hand, I gotta call bullshit on myself for this one, actually, Mike List. Now that you put me in my place. On one hand, yes, it's absurd, it's ridiculous. She should be horrified that this idiot on their first date. Now, I'm not saying you go out and you promise, oh yeah, I've got 2 Ferraris and I live on the moon and blah blah blah. But come on, it's like she's right to be horrified and like, okay, I don't think
She's right to be horrified.
She's right to be horrified. Now, and I'm even okay if she stands up and says, you know what? Who the fuck doesn't get cheese on a burger? You're a monster. Good luck with your future projects, and then leave.
Uh-huh.
But not if she's decides she's going to take a picture and want to destroy this guy or something.
Yeah.
I don't need. Maybe I'm just old, but I don't need that.
Yeah.
But up to that point. But to call myself my own bullshit. What if it was? I'm trying to think of some example with mushrooms or shrimp in my case that I could apply. I mean, it'd be the opposite. It's like, I want this dish, great. But it has shrimp. Can you take the shrimp out? And the guy says, yeah, but it'll be $3 to take the shrimp out. Would I freak out over that in front of a first date? I think I'd be like, that's cool, bro. No shrimp. Thank you. It's a $3. You're doing a great job. There's a little bit of, so I don't know. But she's right to be horrified.
She's right to be horrified.
You disagree?
Yeah, no, I thought the whole thing was, I thought it was an upsell that this guy checked.
I think I know. I think I see our problem.
This guy checked an obvious upsell.
Yeah. Now, again, I don't think it was an upsell. She didn't push.
$3 for a slice of cheese?
But she didn't push. She wasn't like,
No,
hey,
she
you
didn't
know, it would
push,
go great with
but
this burger,
she
little
prompted. She
cheese.
didn't push, but she prompted.
I
And
think it's a
and
big difference.
maybe she's
They
hey, listen to
prompt.
this. Maybe she's wise enough that she knows the psychology of a first date where she can upsell that slice of cheese
Is
every
that what she's going
time.
to upsell? She's not going to go to the champagne. She's not going to go to alcohol.
No, you
She's going to
started
go, let me get this
you
fucker
take
with this.
baby steps,
Let me
baby
pull out
steps.
my slice of cheese magic trick I've learned after
It's
40
baby
years in the
steps in the
business.
upsell game. Baby steps.
Yeah, I think I could squeeze a slice of cheese out of this sucker.
Well, it would have worked with you.
Like,
It
hey,
would have
miss,
worked with you.
miss, I'd like to order a bottle of wine, please. Yeah. Hold on. First, how are you thinking? How are you set for a cheese today? By the slice.
$3.
$3. See, we're thinking about this differently. You're thinking about, in and of itself, $3 for a slice of cheese is ridiculous to pay, which it is.
You admitted.
It is. Nobody would
Yes.
say that's not ridiculous.
Okay.
But once you're in a restaurant, it becomes a little less ridiculous. Not absent of ridiculousness, but once if you're on a first date, I'm sorry, that's a whole different game. You have to be a little cooler. You do. You cannot act up. You cannot act even remotely concerned about a $3 piece of cheese. Plus, obviously, this guy doesn't like cheese because obviously he's ordered 1,000 burgers before and has had to think of this.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like he was just kind of setting up the waitress out of curiosity. He had no intention of getting the burger, the cheese anyway. Nobody at his age of 35 all of a sudden goes, wait, what, cheese? What is that, on a burger? What? Just because I went 35 years without learning what ice cream cake is doesn't mean I assume everybody else out there is lost.
I forgot to give you this other piece of information.
Oh, great. It's going to make me look like a jackass.
No, this is something you could add to your equation.
In a wheelchair. Great.
No. In her little tirade as she's leaving the restaurant.
Which I do not like. Which I don't like.
She mentioned it's New York City.
Peanut butter and Doritos?
It's New York City, baby. You got to pay your $3 for a slice of cheese because you're in New York City, baby.
Yes, that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
New York City, excuse me, sir. Please return this to the chef. I'm not paying for the slice of cheese. Now, you're still on his side?
Yeah, I'm on his side all the way.
You think he should get a second date?
Oh, no.
She
I
should
mean,
not have thrown out the bathroom window.
He doesn't deserve a second date. I mean, she's the one who blew her lid.
No. I mean,
she went ballistic on her.
No. I mean, up to that point, let's say he does the whole fuck that. I'm not paying $3. I'm not a Kennedy. And then she just sits through the meal. Should he expect a second date?
Oh, no. I mean, it sounds like, it was off to a bad start from the get-go. I mean, that this was the thing that would tip her off. I mean, really? You just met the guy, and because he declined a $3 piece of cheese, he's some sort of loser? I mean,
I think it's a sign. I have no problem. If I had a daughter and she came home and said, I don't know about this guy. He ordered a burger and then asked about how much the cheese was, I'd be like, run away. It's just weird. Again, It's not the first time he's ever ordered a burger, so he knows there's the cheese question coming. So,
why is the cheese? This is going to be the dumbest question I've ever asked on this show.
I doubt that, but let's give it a whirl.
Why is the cheese question automatic?
Because
why don't you just trust the fact that he ordered a hamburger?
Good question.
Because he wanted a hamburger and he didn't want a cheeseburger.
Because, as I've said on this show 1,000 times, if you say hamburger, most times people don't even hear you and they assume you mean a cheeseburger. So in the rare times, like I've witnessed this with my brother and nephew because they don't like cheese on their burgers. And a couple times, it's come with cheese because people just don't listen. So what defense did genius Greg Wilson come up with to combat this problem of when people don't listen? Because I'm the same way. If you say burger, I assume you mean cheeseburger, because I can't fathom a burger without cheese. So that's when I realized you have to tell people you're allergic.
Whether
So
whether you're allergic or not,
because otherwise
just
they don't
to fit in, just to fit
otherwise
in.
they don't hear you. They think, oh, he said burger. He obviously meant cheeseburger. So I'm surprised the waitress even asked. And I'd say that's good for her. That's good on her end. Because she figured how many cheeseburgers, what's the ratio to cheeseburgers to hamburgers?
Well, that's a good question. You know what? I'm gonna
Like, she's
ask
probably heard the word
somebody.
cheeseburger 1,000 times before she just heard burger.
That is a good
So it's pretty
question.
remarkable that she even thought to ask.
I'm gonna follow up with a waitress I know, and actually a couple. I can actually get a sampling of a couple.
Am I swaying you a little bit, Mike Lisk?
What's that?
Am I swaying you a little bit?
No, you're not swaying me at all.
Oh.
I mean, you're telling me people don't listen, which is like, that's a whole other problem.
Yeah.
I mean, again, this guy didn't do anything. As far as I could tell, he didn't do anything.
I think if he's willing to do that on a first date, who the fuck knows what he's willing to do? And once they settle in, and
yeah, I know. I mean,
sweatpants, watching.
Really, this guy is a future serial killer. So yeah,
right.
Better that she got out at the $3 slice of cheese phase when he declined.
No chance if this guy turns out to be a serial killer, this girl doesn't tell everybody she's ever known this story about the cheese. And she'll be like, I knew it.
Everybody knows this story already, but
well, she'll be like, she'll turn and she'll be like, I knew it. That's why I walked out and left. I knew he was a serial killer. When he said that shit about the cheese, I walked out. No chance she doesn't tell that story for the rest of her life if he turns out to be a lunatic, which I think he is. But yeah, do a little research. Let's get,
Yeah, well, I'll follow up.
All right.
I want, along these lines, I don't know if you saw, I posted a photo of an everything bagel I got over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Did you happen to see that monstrosity?
I'm trying to remember it.
It was, I ordered everything bagels, and what I got were bagels literally covered front and back with poppy seeds.
Just poppy seeds?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you got time to just take a look at the Twitter. I mean,
yeah, I don't have time for this shit, Mike. Come on now.
But it was shocking, I mean, I've been going.
Okay, all right. I see it. All right.
See it? You see the front, the back?
Yeah, it's all poppy seeds.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be
everything. It's supposed to be everything.
But what does that mean? Like onion, poppy
seeds?
Well,
it's supposed to be sesame seed, salt, onion, garlic. I mean, the only thing visible that I could detect is poppy seeds and a handful of sesame seeds, right?
I think that's what you got here, Mike. Like you're looking at a case of poppy-itis.
And the thing is, poppy seeds are my least favorite bagel topping. Where do you stand with the bagel toppings?
I use it like just a plain bagel.
Okay.
Plain toasted bagel with butter. Sometimes if I'm feeling a little randy and it's there for the taking, I'll jump at a Asiago bagel.
Asiago?
But cheese.
Is that one of the fancy places in DC?
Yeah, it's fancy.
Yeah.
It's fancy bagels. I'll have fancy bagels. No, it's some sort of cheese, and it's just really good.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, yeah, if you give me a sesame seed, whatever. But I'm fine usually going for plain. Poppy seed's fine. Mm-hmm. Everything seems a bit.
You like poppy seed? Yeah,
it's fine. I mean, they're pretty.
The problem with poppy seeds is, it gets stuck in your teeth, right?
I thought you were gonna say it makes you fail your opium drug test.
Well, yeah, we learned that from what, Seinfeld, right?
Seinfeld, yeah. Yeah, I would say this is a bagel I would have no problem eating, but I would agree with you that it is not a everything bagel.
So my question is, I mean, I hate to get to this stage, but I got
And
four
the
bagels.
back does literally look like ass.
And I got four bagels exactly like that. There was no variation.
Awesome.
Four.
I don't mean it looks like ass and that it just looks bad. I mean it looks like an old, wrinkled up, dirty ass.
Yeah.
You got to repost that shit.
Okay.
We'll repost that.
I'll retweet.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be a complainer, right? In public. You don't want to be that person, right?
That's not
Now
you,
that
Michael.
now that everybody's got phones ready to click on as soon as you go into a dispute, right? But
But that you know what I'm realizing is that's only half the problem. Now you have to worry about getting caught being an asshole on camera, and like something happens and you just lose your shit.
Mhm.
But now I'm seeing like they have these people do these things where they test your kindness.
Yeah. No, I'm seeing those too. Yeah.
Now I'm horrified. What if I'm caught, ignoring some kid in a wheelchair trying to get Charlotte Hornets tickets or something, and I just happen to not see him,
Right. Yeah.
and then I'm forever. This guy's an asshole. He didn't,
Uh-huh.
this kid's got no teeth. He just wanted to go to the game, and now I'm the guy that. So now we have these kindness tests.
Yeah. Did you see the one where it's a grown man standing at the top of an escalator and he's like afraid for his life to get
Mm-hmm.
on the escalator?
Mm-hmm.
So naturally, other adults are bypassing him.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh.
what are you, what are you, 5? What are you, a 2-year-old?
Uh-huh.
You know? So
That's no good.
people are walking by them. So
Yeah.
yeah, right. If Greg Wilson, what would you do in that situation? You gonna take his hand?
I would I would try to walk by him, but I think now I would think, oh shit, what if this is a kindness test
So you're
thing?
paranoid.
So
You're
then
like
I would go
completely
back
paranoid.
and be nice to him and help him. Does it count as an act of kindness if
The
you're
second
just
thought.
doing it so that you're not the world's worst dick? Does it still count?
So you were goaded. So you're like completely paranoid by the presence of cameras in public.
But what's worse? What's
So it's
worse?
forced kindness. So it's
Right.
forced kindness.
It's bullshit. But what's worse? Doing that, an act of kindness because you're worried about getting busted for being an asshole,
Mhm.
or what I was talking about a couple weeks ago, about what the fuck was I talking about? God damn it, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, sorry. But anyway, the point is,
Ugh.
can you think of a recent instance where you felt like maybe you should have complained, but that now you're paranoid about complaining? It's a weird thing because, right? I mean, you should have a say if you're not happy with something to
Mhm.
say, hey, and I don't, like I said, I've been going to this bagel place for a long time, never a problem. But then I get these ass bagels, and I'm
Mhm.
like, am I going to be the guy now who's got to sit there and scan the bagels before I leave?
Oh, that is
And of
brutal.
course, yeah, of course, I'm going to get looks, right?
You don't want to be that guy.
I don't want to be that guy, but they made me into that guy with those bagels that they sold me, right?
Oh, Mike.
Right?
Mm. Well, they don't look inedible.
No, it wasn't inedible. I ate them, and then I spent 10 minutes later picking out the
Yeah.
poppy seeds from my teeth.
Yeah.
So
What the fuck was that? At some point, I was trying to make.
uh,
What's worse, an act of kindness out of the wrong reasons, or I was just talking about it a couple weeks ago. Oh, god damn it! Sorry,
that's all right.
it was
But
brilliant actually.
have you ever had to complain about a service or something you bought where you were a little
Uh,
concerned, like, oh no, am I turning into that guy who's going to
yeah,
complain?
I mean, it takes a lot to get me to complain. I'm a real wuss when it comes to confrontation. When it comes to even if it's clear they screwed up, I'm always
Mhm.
like, oh, I want to go through all this for the $2 bagel. I'll tell you what is going to bother me for the rest of the night. I I was rushing on my way home so I could do my podcast with the national treasure, Mike Lisk. And I go to the metro and, there's a bench and I want to sit down, but I see taking up an entire spot, not just a space to sit, but like a space and a half, like a big chunk of space on the bench.
Mhm.
As he crumpled up McDonald's bag and a soft drink from McDonald's. And I
Uh-huh.
look, and there's some woman standing like next to it, over top of it.
Mhm.
So I'm looking at her. She's standing there. I'm looking at the bag, and I'm like, well, maybe it's not her stuff. It was there because I want to say, is this your shit? Could you move it so I could sit down?
Yeah.
So then I'm like, all right, I don't think this is hers. I'll just go move the shit, whatever.
Oh,
Then I
okay. Yeah.
realized the
Ooh.
woman sitting next to it is eating a bag of McDonald's.
Okay.
So now I'm like, okay, this is clearly her shit.
Okay.
But now I've been standing there for like 5 minutes,
Uh-huh.
kind of staring, but not staring,
Uh-huh.
kind of giving that I want to Jedi mind trick you into doing what I want you to do because I'm too much of a wuss to just come up like a normal human and say, hey, could you move this shit?
Uh-huh.
But by the time I figured all that out, it was too late for me to walk over and just slap the shit off to the floor and sit down because she saw I'd been standing there for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So no, I'm just miffed. I should have fucking said something.
You know what you should have done?
I mean, rush hour and
uh,
they take up a fucking whole spot on the bench with a McDonald's bag.
I think I have the solution for if that ever occurs again. You stand around by it, but like you're kind of oblivious, right? You're hovering above the seat.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just do like a slow motion, like you start sitting down. So you're gonna crush it.
Yeah.
So you'll see in action. I'm quite positive.
I think you're right, except I think the bag was empty. It was kind of crumbled up. So she might have gone, well, let's see how this goes. But in my head, I was like, if I knew what I knew when I walked up, my fantasy world, I wouldn't have even said anything. I just walk up and go, oh, hello, raise my hand like you'd smack someone, and just very dramatically, with one shot, just smack, swat the shit all the way across the platform and
That's littering. That's littering, though.
And not even look at it. It was already littered. You can't litter. That's littering.
Yeah, we just pick it up and start heading towards a garbage can.
Can you kill a dead person? I'm asking.
No.
So
I mean,
can you the ball 5 o'clock rush hour? Oh, let me just plop trash on this.
Yeah. No, people are inconsiderate. That's for sure.
But would it be a better world if if it turns out we're being forced into being nice because of TikTok videos and Twitter, and
it doesn't seem to be happening. Is there any shortage of people losing their shit everywhere and anywhere?
That's true.
You see more of them every day. I mean, that would be nice if and the thing is, even without the phone cameras, there's cameras in everywhere, anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're all under surveillance.
Yeah, being caught by a camera doing anything sucks. But in particular, this whole new genre of let me set up this guy with a particularly grueling way of looking like an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's never like, oh, this guy crossed the street, the green light or whatever. It's always like, refused to give my kid an autograph or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if that makes us start being nice, but then again, to your point, is the death penalty a deterrent? We still have murders. You are dropping bombs tonight, Mike Lisk.
Yeah.
I'm really bummed I lost track of my thought 10 minutes ago.
Can we talk about that for another half hour?
I don't like that tone, Mike Lisk.
You've already mentioned it 5 times.
Oh, I'm sure I'll remember it 10 hours from now, and I'll post it, and no one will give a shit.
Also in the news, I saw, I guess some people, they don't know what to do with themselves when they retire.
Oh.
I've seen this up close and personal. But this couple, I kind of like what they've done. A retired couple in their 60s. They're touring New Jersey, and they're going to hit up every diner in New Jersey,
Oh.
which is a pretty good idea, right?
I remember there was a couple of years ago, there's some couple going around, had been to every country or Cracker Barrel for 50 years or
Oh,
something.
really? Yeah.
I like that idea, going around every diner.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Now, it's not going to end because by the time they would finish, there'd be more diners, but being built all the time. But I like that.
now, unfortunately, I think the diners are declining in New Jersey, but when they threw out the numbers, I mean, I
Can I
know
give you a number?
Jersey.
Can I guess? Can I guess how many
Yeah,
diners?
sure. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you a number. How many diners are in New Jersey?
Yeah.
211.
Not even close.
3,004.
They've been to 199 diners already.
Ooh.
They're not even at the halfway point. They've got at least 220 more to go to.
Wait.
So we're looking at close to 420 diners in New
Well,
Jersey.
I thought you were asking me how many diners are in New Jersey. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
So they're going to go to 400 diners.
Yeah.
Do they have a website like to track? They
I
can
think
talk
I
about
think
the
it
date?
started on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
They started posting a photo with them holding the diner menus for wherever they are, which is a cool thing, because there's nothing like a diner menu.
No.
It's like this
No. Yeah.
hefty tome,
So good.
pages and pages. I mean, I don't know how much those things cost to produce.
Of which everybody gets the same 3 items.
Yeah.
It's like the old Cosby bit, the chicken heart. Remember that?
Uh-huh.
Talking about radios back then.
Uh-huh.
Had 9,000 knobs, 3 of which worked. The chicken heart.
So what are the 3 things you get at
Diners, I usually either get patty melt or an omelet. The diner standards.
no club sandwiches?
Sometimes club
Turkey
sandwich.
club?
Sometimes.
Turkey club is the standard, right? I mean,
yeah. But again, sometimes they don't have cheese. Like sometimes you have to ask for cheese on a club, and I'm like, who's getting a club sandwich without cheese?
you don't need cheese on a turkey club.
What magical turkey clubs are you eating?
A turkey club is turkey, bacon, lettuce, and tomato and mayo.
Yeah, who
So
wants
yeah,
cheese on it?
right. Well, how are you gonna fit cheese into that sandwich?
Let me fit cheese on it. You
Cheese on
slide a
turkey?
piece of cheese on top of everything else.
Cheese on turkey?
It's not in a briefcase or something. You don't have to stuff it in like you're going on vacation. What do you eat cheese in turkey? You don't eat cheese in turkey?
No, I don't eat cheese in turkey.
Whoa.
Or maybe provolone.
Oh.
If I'm going to Jersey Mike's.
But well, what do you get at the diner? Like usually I stick to, I go through, I look at all the 9,000 items, and then I get a burger or an omelet.
Well, I was blessed with a very good diner a few blocks away from me in Bayonne. Many trips there.
What was the name of that?
It was called the Broadway Diner.
Nice.
Classic Bayonne diner. I don't know how many years they've been there, but they've been there a long time.
Yeah.
Just a classic diner. They had the stools at the counter. Of course, that's where I sat because I'm not going to be one of those weirdos that takes up a booth by myself.
I am. I do.
You are?
Yeah, I don't like sitting at the counter.
Oh, are you kidding me? You're a one.
I know.
You're a one guy booth weirdo.
Well, I will say this: if I see that it's crowded, I don't want to. But if it's like 3 PM, no one's there. Yeah.
Wow.
I hate those people too. It's the one guy taking up a table and he's sipping his coffee for 9 hours.
Yeah.
In my defense, at least when I'm in that booth, I'm tearing through some fucking food. I'm not nursing, half a glass of coffee or whatever. So I really like that. I'll be honest. If I could do two of my favorite things are being with a woman who likes me and going to diners.
Mhm.
So if I could do what they're doing, I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, no, it's quite a game plan.
Yeah.
So I give them a lot of credit for that.
Is there somewhere we can follow along with them, or
You know what?
more
Uh,
more research on your end? More.
I'll send you a link.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, most of the time I'm in a diner. It's after 2 a.m.
Mhm.
So it depends on how hungry I am. So if I'm not that hungry, I get an omelet because I'm it's almost breakfast time.
Mhm.
Western omelet. Um, or if I'm hungry, yeah, I'll get a club or even a grilled cheese is satisfying in a diner.
Mhm.
When I first started doing the best show, there was the Flamingo Diner uh, was right across from the station in Jersey City. So I'd have time to kill before the show. So I was going to that diner every week,
Yeah.
and it was not the best diner. No, I mean it put the greasy in the greasy spoon. I mean it's
Mhm.
the,
Yeah.
the guy who was making the food was just scary. He was flat out scary. Um,
I love watching videos of guys at diner cooks.
uh,
You ever gone down that rabbit hole?
no,
Oh,
but most diners you can't see the cooking, right? In the Bayonne diner, the cooks are in the back room. You can't see them. But this diner,
well,
yeah,
I've been to some diners
yeah, where they're right up front.
right
Yeah,
up front. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
And
amazing.
I'm thinking that's not always a good move,
Hmm.
because in the Flamingo, the cook was scary. He was a scary looking guy.
Yeah,
But the food was always okay. I never had a bad experience there. But could be scary just being there and watch him prepare my food.
no matter how old I get, just like with fast food restaurants, I still light up and get excited if I'm going to a diner.
Yeah, it's a good.
Even though, like I've said, I get the same shit every time. I am bubbling with excitement if I'm sitting down at a diner.
Well, it's. I have a nostalgic view of it because in my 20s when I was doing lots of carousing with my friends, part of the evening was always the post bar experience at the diner. You know,
Hmm.
and the movie Diner,
Yeah.
it sort of came out around that time, and I'm like, wow, this is like a whole thing. I mean, I loved Diner when it came out. I was like, wow, this movie is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Um, and part of it was because yeah, it sort of reminded me of my group of friends who would go out for the evening, end up
Yeah.
at a diner.
Yeah.
Sometimes they were wild experiences. Um, my sister, I guess a little bit after college, maybe even during college. Maybe it was during college. She got a job at a diner at night,
Mhm.
and, and it was a nightmare for her. She couldn't take it. I mean, I went with my mother to pick her up. She didn't have a car, so we
Mhm.
had to pick her up at the end of the shift, and she literally came out in tears, just how bad it was dealing with these drunks that she had to deal with.
Gotta be relentless, like just
It
nonstop.
is. It is relentless. But I think it shows the character of the waitress.
Yeah.
Like Bayonne, this Bayonne diner I'm talking about. I mean, it had its share of that. At one point, they had a cop posted there. I mean, talk about an easy evening for a cop. He
Yeah.
literally had to sit in a diner all night long. But then somebody must have complained, like, can't we put this guy to better use, And they got rid of him. But, he was there because of nonsense, that
Yeah.
they'd have to deal with.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite waitress at this diner, her name was Cindy, and she was, probably about my age, maybe, yeah, about my age, probably. Um, but you could tell, she's taking no nonsense. She just had it down.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, at a real diner, you want a real, I don't want to say old veteran waitress, but you want a waitress who's been around, doesn't take any shit, right?
doesn't screw up your order.
Doesn't screw up, just kind
So
of
so you're not going
cracks
to
wise
provoke.
the entire time.
Yeah.
You want the Carla Tortelli of diner waitresses.
Yeah. I don't know if Cindy fits that bill, but
Cindy.
she was on top of her game, you know. But
Nothing's better than the diner. My diner
yeah.
days have gone from all night with the boys to soaking it up at a diner to
Hmm.
going on like a weekend morning with my buddy and a couple of kids. But it's
Yeah, you
still
had that good one in Brooklyn, right? What was it, the Manhattan Diner?
Kellogg's.
Oh, Kellogg's,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if it was good, but it was right down from my. I mean, it was kind of diner, and I think that's probably where they got the joke, that sketch on SNL, John Mulaney. One day he walked into Kellogg's after new management, walked in I don't know why I just did air quotes on the radio. Walked in, yeah, they had a fucking lobster. You could pick your own lobster out.
All right, yeah, that's
I'm like, who the fuck's getting
yeah,
this?
yeah.
Like,
No, there's certain things on that menu, and you're like, whoever
yeah.
has ordered
But I love
meatloaf or
you know
the
what I love
Italian
about diners?
cuisine.
I love those. They have those strangely. I don't know if I see them only at diners in the North. Those fat coffee mugs. Like there's something about those diner mugs. They're like fatter than other mugs, but
Really? Yeah.
yeah. And used to go. You go to the diner. You're drunk. You'd almost get in a bunch of fights. Now it's like I go and there's these kids and they get the crayons and they fill out the fucking word search on the menu and then they lose the crayons and then they spill the chocolate milk all over the fucking menu. But that's great too. So
Mhm. You got diners down by you?
no. Diners only in Jersey.
I don't know why people haven't tried to. Actually, I remember when I was down in Florida. I was over by Marco Island, and they had a diner there, you know, and it was packed.
Mhm.
Why isn't the concept of the diner like catching on across the country? You know, that's a mystery to me. You've just talked about the glories of the diner, and you only had that experience up here, right? I mean,
Am I dreaming or are we talking about, gee, I hope one day the American diner catches on? There's a million diners everywhere.
but you're just telling me you have no diners by you.
When did I say that?
2 minutes ago?
Or was it 3? I didn't say there were no diners near me. There's diners everywhere.
All right, okay. You're misleading me. What can I say?
Whoa, I don't need that accusation, Mike.
well, well, let the people.
I mean, unless I was joking, I might have been joking, playing along with that.
Okay. Oh, I
You know,
see.
there's like a uh, kind of a meme, like a joke. When you think of diners, you think of Jersey, kind of thing. There is a
No, but I think that's true. I think that's a fact that like New Jersey has the most diners, and you
maybe.
know,
I
it's
mean, you
not
are
like
called the diner state. Oh wait, you're called the Garden State
uh-huh.
for reasons unknown.
Again, I'll have to follow up with
A
the
lot of
data.
following up this week. Research team's really going to be at it this week. Now, there's a
Yeah.
million. I can't remember a time in my life I didn't. You have diners everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But there is a thrill of going to a real Jersey diner.
Mhm.
I remember.
Well,
I don't want to bring up bad memories, but Ope and I went to a diner after your mother's funeral,
mhm.
and gee, I wonder if that was Broadway diner. I wonder if we asked where to go eat and you told us about it. Huh?
In Bayonne,
Couldn't have been, right?
it wouldn't be along the way. Yeah, I mean, you'd sort of have to go out of your way to go to Bayonne to go to Brooklyn.
More for you, I was willing to do that. That's all.
Oh, maybe I told you something on Route 9, like just go up Route 9.
Maybe. I mean, we
Uh,
definitely went to a classic. You are in New Jersey at a diner.
uh-huh.
You know, it was very. I can still picture the outside, kind of.
Yeah.
It was great. So I don't know if that was Broadway diner, but
Mhm.
that's a great diner name too. Classic.
Yeah. They have a great sign. I mean, yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
The one controversial thing this couple had to say was that
Uh-oh.
here it comes.
Uh-oh. They're
Again, another
Nazis. They're
Jersey
Nazis.
a Jersey centric thing is that they don't like Taylor Ham.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna say they don't like Bruce next? I mean, jeez.
Did we have the Taylor Ham discussion with you?
I think so, yeah.
You're on board?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah.
It's an odd thing for someone to go out of the way to say they don't like that.
Yeah. Well, it's one of these Jersey centric things. So yeah, they were trying to be controversial, I guess, you know. But I mean, given the options though, bacon, sausage, Taylor Ham, that's how I'd rank them.
I go sausage. It's funny. Well, not funny.
Sausage first?
Yeah. I feel
Okay.
like all of a sudden, like anytime it was bacon or sausage, bacon was just always the default. I don't know why.
Because
But
it's consistent.
maybe. Yeah. All of a
Here's the
sudden,
thing about sausage. I love sausage. But you don't know what, when you say get sausage, it's not always the
Right.
same from diner to diner, right?
right. You know, if you're going to get lengths or patties or
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
good, they're sweet, they're hot.
Yeah.
I thought that you were going to say, here's the thing about sausages. I love sausages. And then that was going to be it. I was hoping that was it.
No, I
But
had
yeah,
an argument.
couple years ago, all of a sudden, I'm all sausages now.
All right.
I don't know
You're
why.
all in. Yeah.
I don't know.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But if you had, you know what? I don't like the big ones you get though, right? I don't want the big tube sausages. I mean, that's for like dinner, right?
My brain just exploded. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Those are the ones you want?
I mean, how big are you talking about? What? I'm
You
talking
know,
about like breakfast.
Well, they're like I said, they're like dinner size sausages.
No, those are Italian sausages.
Yeah,
I'm talking about just like crappy regular breakfast sausages.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Do
unless
you
you're
ever get a surprise? I mean, I've gotten like bad sausage.
what, like a deer turd stuck in one? What do you mean surprise?
Well,
The
it just
naked
wasn't.
girl?
It wasn't what I was expecting, and then yeah, it wasn't as good.
I mean, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not good. I don't know if they're surprising.
Whereas bacon, you're gonna get your bacon. It's usually good unless they burned it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I just had too much bacon. And I'm off bacon for a little bit. That's all right. Sorry.
You're
More
off bacon.
sausage.
Okay.
More sausage. Replacing my bacon with sausage. Sorry. Speaking of, you want to? Hey, am I gonna be having dog sausage tonight? Knock it off. Sorry, you had to hear me discipline an animal.
I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, you know what's going on.
No, I don't.
Speaking of which, I'm busting at the seams. Where are you? How are you coming along on Cheers?
I thought you were writing the next scene.
I mean, how are you coming along and watching it?
Oh, watching it. Yeah, I stalled.
What?
I'm stalled at about 12 episodes.
Oh, I'm at the last episode of the season. I was all excited to be screaming at you about what pissed me off.
You finished
I finally reached an episode where my eyes were starting to roll off out of my head, and now I guess I'll have to wait.
Okay. How far do I have to go?
Last episode.
Oh, the last episode of season 1?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll make a concerted effort to to push ahead.
Whatever.
I finally returned some DVDs that I had, and I've got the first season of Faulty Towers.
Oh.
So yeah, this is a glaring omission.
Oh.
I'm going to try and rectify. Since
you never watched them, or you just
never watched them? No.
Really?
Well, let me ask you. I watched one episode.
Yeah.
And let me get a beat on this, because
get a beat on it, Mike.
If every episode is like the first episode, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it.
Well, that's the key to. That's what's so brilliant about it only being 12 episodes.
I mean, is every episode going to be sort of a frantic
Yeah.
pinball,
Yeah.
everybody bouncing off the walls.
That's why Basil Fawlty, who is a truly terrible, irredeemable, there's nothing good about him character. That's why you can do that for 12 episodes. And that's why they smartly realized that with the American version, they were like, well, shit, if we're going to do 200 episodes of this, we can't have him be unlikable. So, but yeah, Faulty Towers is always heightened lunacy going on. You have to pay attention. This isn't a, play Chinese checkers while you're in the background. And but that's why it's perfect for 12 episodes. 13, you're going to start to get a little tired of them. You're going to start to be like, fuck this guy. But it's perfect. You're going to watch the first episode tonight?
No, I already watched the first episode.
Oh, okay. Well, what'd you think?
Well, I liked it, but I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm going to like every episode being that same manic people bouncing off the walls. I mean,
well, I'll say this. And it's rare that I do like a show that is that frantic. Like that's as frantic as I can go.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
That's why I've never been able to watch the young ones. But the great thing about Fawlty Towers is, even as it's frantic, it's either really funny or really, really funny. Like you can get a little beat down by the speed of it, but it is legit funny. And again, it's perfect because it's only 12 episodes.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be Emmanuel. Does he get any funnier as it goes along? Yeah.
Does he get any funnier? No, not funnier. No. Sorry, Mike.
I did find it interesting that I guess it was a collaboration, right? With
his wife, Connie Booth. He and his wife, Connie Booth, wrote it.
Oh, that's his wife.
Polly.
Wow, okay. I didn't realize that was his wife.
They got divorced after the first season, but then came back and did the second season 4 years later. Yeah. And
she plays the waitress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
So yeah, speaking of or who was I talking to? So have you heard about the Fawlty Towers reboot coming?
I think we discussed it. Yeah. It's going to be him, or he's going to have
him and his daughter. His daughter, I guess.
His daughter.
Comedy writer. So it's people are a little bit like, because he's 80. He's 84, 83 or 84.
Wow, geez, wow.
And so after 50 years of people holding up these 12 episodes as the perfect, canonized, don't mess with it. This is how a perfect British sitcom should be. 2 seasons of 6. Don't mess with it. So there's a fear that he's kind of being led / guilted / whatever by his daughter into doing this.
Well, she seems to have latched onto him. When I saw the Holy Grail,
I don't know if you can accuse someone of latching onto their father.
Well,
I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean.
When I saw the live appearance after the showing of the Holy Grail, she was like the moderator, so she was part of the show. So she's clearly, hitching on to his coattails for a.
Well, that's what you should be like. She's hoping to get a big fat paycheck out of this, and he's 80, whatever. What does he care at this point? Like, so I don't know. But I haven't really done too much looking into it. Maybe you can add that to your docket for the week. But I think she is a legit writer.
Oh, she was very nice. I'm not criticizing her.
So it's not like it's like somebody totally random grabbing him and making him sign something. So I think it's quasi legit, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I welcome all reboots. I want all shows I love to come back. This is one in particular that I'm a little about, but we'll see. What do
I'll see if I can hang with the frantic nature. I saw a Mike Leigh movie. Criterion's they've got all the BBC things he did on there. Right. And there was one movie, and it was just one scene within the movie. But I thought I was going to have a panic attack watching it, because it was just sort of this kind of constant, just sort of back and forth, frantic, chaotic scene.
Yeah.
and it was having an effect on me. I was like, what is this? You know?
Yeah, yeah, I don't love. That's not Mike Lee's normal thing, right?
No,
Yeah,
that was why it was a big surprise. I'm
yeah,
like,
that is
wow, you
surprising.
know, this is like I'm not accustomed to this type of scene in his movies.
Yeah,
I can't think of the one. It wasn't one of the better ones,
yeah,
but it just sort of stuck out while I was watching. I was like, what the hell is this? You know?
yeah,
Uh, I
yeah. I
mean,
can't, like I said, I can never watch the young ones. Anything wacky,
uh,
too much. But again, Faulty Towers is perfect. If it went on a minute longer, it might have outlasted its welcome. So I'm excited. You kind of like the first episode though. So
yeah, no, I'm gonna check it out. When you told me it was only 12 episodes, I'm like, okay, that's within my
yeah,
my patience range. You know, that should be
I'll tell
pretty
you
easy to
what.
do.
Tonight I will watch the second episode in solidarity.
Okay, so
I believe it is called The Builders,
yeah, the builders. Wow.
starring Irish national treasure David Kelly,
Uh-huh.
who would later go on to star in one of my favorite movies, Waking the Divine.
Yeah, I saw that so long ago. I can't remember what the hell it was about.
Well, you can watch the language in the meantime. I'm going to watch that tonight, Michaelis.
Okay, all right.
We're TV. We're going to be BBC buddies.
Well, I had to resort to the DVDs because for whatever reason,
Oh,
BBC's only got one episode from season one
ooh,
and
ooh,
season two.
ooh.
Yeah,
Are you
so I don't know
sure?
what's going on there.
I mean, I'm not sweating it because I own it on Apple, so I'm kind of
Oh, you bought yeah, really? Wow, okay.
Oh, Mike, who am I leaving it to?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me see.
You buy
Let me.
lots of video stuff on Apple?
That's a kind of weird question, Mike.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't
Thoughts?
I don't buy any of that stuff. I don't
Uh,
buy it.
I
I'll rent
buy
it.
some stuff. It's got to be something I truly love, but sometimes I will. Yeah,
So you've got a substantial library you've built up?
I probably got like 100 movies,
Wow.
maybe.
And you're not a movie guy.
No, but the movies I do love, I own.
You've got 100 movies that you'll rewatch and rewatch and rewatch.
Sure.
Wow.
Some movies I just love that they're there.
Uh-huh.
Like I may go a couple years without watching it,
Mhm.
but I love that it's there. So
No,
I don't know.
I've got DVDs, but I never went on DVDs the way I went in on CDs or books.
Yeah, I didn't really
It's
either.
always movies are the least, you know, for me.
Looks like you can only buy the first season on Apple. It's not streaming. How's Faulty Towers not streaming anywhere?
It's weird, but that's
Huh.
this. Well, like I said, season 2 is on BBC.
Okay.
So how they figured that one out, I have no idea. But
I don't know why they only have the first season. Wait, no. Wait, yeah. You only have the first season. I don't understand that, but fucking weird. But we'll see.
so you won't be watching everything everywhere all at once, even after it won the award.
Did you watch it?
It took me 3 sittings to get through that thing.
I don't. I haven't really looked at it. It seems to have no interest to me. It seems very, I don't know, fantastical slash dystopian. I don't know. You didn't like it, or
Oh no, I thought it was terrible. But I'd be curious to see how far you can get. I don't see you getting really further than 30 minutes tops.
yeah. I tried to watch the fucking Tom Hanks thing. I made it through 20 minutes of that.
That's no good. I was considering that, but
Oh God.
bad.
It's just like a softer, less racist Gran Torino. It's like how many of these movies we're gonna
Yeah.
make where it's some old bitter motherfucker, but people are constantly trying to be buddies with us. Oh, that's how he is, but we got to keep trying to break through and be nice. That doesn't happen.
Uh-huh.
You're an asshole. Like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Stay away from that shithead. But
Right.
no, they constantly sending the kids over with cake. We got to be nice to this asshole.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck? But I had no plans in watching everything everywhere all at once. In your
Put it
glowing.
on a docket. Put it on a docket. I'd
All
be
right, so
curious.
Did you just steal my docket line? Come on, man.
We've got our own dockets.
Have a little pride. I
Uh-huh.
was going to. I know you like to have a little prep, and I thought I was going to please you this week. I was going to have a bit where you asked me what my Oscar choices had been,
Mm-hmm.
and I swear with each one, I just happen to be right with everyone, and I swear. It's like you asked me who did I pick for Best Actress, and
Oh,
I'm
it's
like, oh,
predictable. They're
and I think,
thoroughly predictable now.
and I swear I went like 10 for 10.
Yeah.
As we
I,
go through each one, everybody's just realizing, wait, is he saying that he picked every fucking one?
uh-huh.
Now I don't know what's up with this whole Angela Bassett, Jamie Lee Curtis
Riff.
dust up, but I'm happy to watch more.
I saw a whole article about sore losers. That was actually a pretty good article.
Yeah, I don't know
I didn't
why.
realize there were so many sore losers
I don't know
at the
why. Like,
Oscars.
didn't Faith Hill do once where she did a fake? Like, I don't know why they don't do that more often. Like, just storm out. They all know and love each other. It's not like they're gonna.
Apparently, Eddie Murphy stormed out when he didn't win. I can't even remember the movie he was nominated for. But Eddie Murphy stormed out.
I mean, it wouldn't have been after like 1987.
Burt Reynolds was pissed off when he didn't win for Boogie Nights.
I thought he hated being in that movie.
What's his name? What's his name? Downey Jr. What the hell's his name?
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. He was pissed off. He thought he was going to win for his Chaplin movie.
Yeah, either if you're going to be pissed off, put on a big show and like storm out of there screaming. You know, don't do this thing where you like just stare coldly ahead and we have to spend the next 6 weeks trying to figure it out. You're going to be pissed, be pissed. You're an actor.
Bill Murray was pissed off when he lost for Lost in Translation, which I since learned that he considers that his best role. And the thing is, I watched that movie again recently. That I saw it when it came out. I thought it was okay,
Yeah.
But watching it again, I mean, that relationship is about as thin as a relationship I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah,
It's like,
and it was right after a couple years after he did Rushmore, and he stumbled into that character where he's like, "I'm just going to walk around in a bored haze for 2 hours."
aloof, this sort of aloof.
Thing.
What's he thinking? What's he
just
thinking? He
walking
must be
around.
a
He's bored and
complicated
annoyed
man.
with everybody,
Uh-huh.
which he's kept up ever since. So,
And wasn't he showing up at parties in Brooklyn or something?
he was living the best life, but somewhere in the last couple of years, there's been a bit of a turn.
Well, he got accused, I guess, right? Somebody
Starting to be accused of
he was
little
accused
handsy
of
here and
harassment.
there,
Yeah.
being an asshole here and
Uh-huh.
there. I feel like the Bill Murray honeymoon is over. Because I started getting a little jealous. Like he was like he started becoming like the Dave Grohl of acting. He just shows up at weddings or this kid's playing this, and he shows up and does, and everybody loves him. He's America's sweetheart.
Right.
But now there's some little trouble coming out of the Murray camp. I shouldn't sound gleeful. I don't know what the fuck it's not like he owes me money or something. I don't know what I'm worried about. But,
I'm going to ask the question, even though I know the answer.
uh-oh.
You hear that sound? It can only mean one thing.
Is that the question? Because I don't hear the sound.
You don't hear that sound?
No.
No noise?
No.
No. The crinkling?
Maybe if you ask me 14 more times.
I can't get this damn bag open.
What are you trying? Oh, your fortune cookie.
Yeah.
I thought you were playing music or something.
No.
No,
the problem with the music is you have to change the zoom setting, which
I ain't got time for that.
I'm not going to do that. I don't want to mess around with that.
No.
So no fortune cookie on your end?
No. I can't remember what.
I'll just read one. It's a short one.
I feel like this is going to be
wow. Here we go.
Oh, shit, I'm right.
I'm not making this up. I'll even photograph it if people.
You're going to get eaten by a bear tonight.
Because nobody's going to believe this one. Everyone agrees you are the best.
That's a fortune.
Yeah.
I don't even mind sitting there and saying, Mike, you're the best.
Yeah.
But that's not a fortune.
No, it's not a fortune.
Jesus.
So I'll take
I
that.
like I like the way this is the one you're like, I'll take a picture and post it if I have to.
Nobody's going to
That's the
believe
one
me.
you're very humble, like, all right, if people insist, I'll post this official saying that I am the best. Nah, that's horseshit. Not that you're not the best, but that's not a fortune. Horseshit meal, horseshit fortune. Not a horseshit.
Okay. I think that about wraps it up. I want to thank everybody for listening. Hit that subscribe button. And we appreciate you stopping in every week.
Yeah, everybody do whatever Mike just said to do. Mike's gonna go away and do a lot of research. We got to get back on our cheers script.
Yeah.
But if you've hit your wall, then I don't know how that's gonna go.
I'll get back into it.
Don't tease me. Don't. You now you're teasing me with faulty towers too. That's not cool. Not nice. Not nice.
I need distractions now. I'm gonna get moving forward.
All right. All right. I like that.
Yeah.
As the Greg Wilson of this relationship, I have to say I like that.
Yeah. Are you done?
Yeah, I thought you were done.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Hey, everybody.